Welcome to this month's basic training video. This presentation will focus on the functionality and usage of the Stryker Power-Load and Power-Cot system. MCFRS is purchasing the Stryker Power-Load and Power-Cots with each of the new EMS units that are being produced and delivered to the department over the coming months. The Stryker Power-Cot has many features that we will be reviewing, in addition to the ability to raise and lower the cot with little to no work by the providers. The cots are also designed with numerous features to help the providers move and carry their equipment. The Stryker Power-Load features will be vastly different than the traditional method of lifting the cot, lifting the carriage, and pushing it into the unit, with the reverse when unloading patients. The power load and unload features will be the greatest impact for our providers.
Welcome. This program will guide you through the setup and operation of your new Stryker Power-Pro XT cot. The Power-Pro XT is a highly advanced battery-powered hydraulic cot that gives you the power to serve your patients better and to save yourself from potential injuries. Patients are getting heavier, and the Power-Pro XT allows operators of almost any size to raise, lower, or load the cot with less spinal load, reducing the risk of injury. These design features provide you the power to save yourself, and save your career. Power-Pro use has been proven to reduce injuries, reduce lost and modified workdays, reduce workers' compensation rates, and has improved employee recruitment and retention.
The device has a maximum safe working load of 870 pounds, 395 kilograms, which includes the weight of the ambulance cot, patient, and any equipment attached to the cot, such as oxygen bottles, monitors, or pumps. Power-Load meets SAE J3027 dynamic crash test standards and minimizes patient drops by supporting the cot until the wheels are on the ground. The Stryker Power-Load is designed to be fully compatible with cots that have the Power-Load compatibility option or kit. There's one required operator for an unoccupied cot and 2 operators for an occupied cot. Practice first with an unoccupied cot. Follow the guidelines in the Operations and Maintenance Manual to ensure you have everything needed for installation. You should make sure the battery is fully charged before the first use and before training with the equipment. Finally, have a qualified person use the checklist and operation instructions provided in the Operations and Maintenance Manual to check Power-Load functionality. The Power-Load fastener lifts and lowers the cot into and out of the ambulance, reducing spinal loads and the risk of cumulative trauma injuries. The Power-Load cot fastener system provides improved operator and patient safety by supporting the cot throughout the loading and unloading process. Power-Load wirelessly communicates with compatible Power-Pro cots for ease of operation and operator convenience. The powered system is safe, durable, and easy to use. There are a few components we'll be referencing throughout this video: the Power-Load trolley, lifting arms, control panel, head-end LED indicators, and foot-end Power-Pro battery indicators. This is the location we're referencing when we say head-end of the cot and Power-Load system. This is the location we're referencing when we say foot-end of the cot and Power-Load system. It's important to note that Stryker EMS products use red to identify an activation point, and the Power-Load is no different. Notice the red buttons on the control panel, located on the patient left-hand side of the cot fastener system. This control panel allows for powered loading and unloading of compatible Power-Pro cots in the event of a power loss to the cot. It also assists in powered loading and unloading of compatible Stryker manual cots. The control panel includes a power button, up-down arrows, and a hydraulic release button. The up arrow will raise the cot, and the down arrows will lower the cot. The hydraulic release button will allow the Power-Load lifting arms to lower so the cot may be released from the fastener. There are duplicate battery and error LED indicators on the control panel and the back of the trolley. These LEDs display the status of the Power-Load battery and system. If the Power-Load system is in the transport position, the battery LED will flash green. indicating the battery is being charged. If the Power-Load trolley battery is low, the caution LED will flash amber. If there's a Power-Load error, the caution symbol will be solid amber. If this occurs, press the main power button twice to reset the product. If the LED remains solid amber, contact Stryker Technical Support. When Power-Load is removed from transport position, the battery LED indicator will change to solid green, indicating there's power. Power-Load operation labels are available as a quick reference guide to be placed on the inside of the rear doors of the emergency transport vehicle. Make sure to press the Power-Load Master on-off switch to the off position, and the master vehicle power should also be off before service or cleaning. Power-Load is power washable. Don't spray directly underneath the trolley up into the trolley mechanism. Stryker recommends using the suggested cleaners listed in the Operations and Maintenance Manual. Some cleaning products may be corrosive and may cause damage to the product. The Operations and Maintenance Manual has information that will help you establish a preventative maintenance schedule. You'll also find a series of checklists for operators to use that will help you track preventative maintenance activities. You can adjust the routine maintenance schedule to your actual service usage.
Our units have been designed so that a Furno X Series cot can still be loaded into a unit that is equipped with the Stryker Power-Load system. You would use the Furno cot in its normal loading process, but first you will need an extra part in the mass casualty fastener to secure the cot. This piece can be found in the driver's side rear compartment on the left wall. Turn off the Power-Load system from the control panel by pressing the power button once. The green power light should turn off. Lift the load arms and push the Power-Load trolley all the way into the unit until it latches in place. The mass casualty fastener will need to be installed on the floor of the patient care area prior to loading the Furno X Series cot, and it should be stowed properly after the Furno cot is removed from the unit. Load and unload the Furno X Series cot as you would in any of our previous version units. Use safe lifting techniques to include plenty of help when needed. Ensure the cot is locked securely in the mass casualty fastener.
Patient restraints are an important safety component of your cot. Here's how to attach the patient restraint straps to the cot litter frame.
Stryker offers two restraint options for the Power-Pro XT ambulance cot. These include G-rated restraints as well as X restraints. When used in combination with a Power-Load cot fastening system and affixed with the X restraint system, the Power-Pro XT ambulance cot is compliant with SAE J3027 recommendations. The X restraint system includes 2 shoulder harnesses, 2 waist harnesses, and 2 leg harnesses. Restraint should be applied with the buckle on the patient right. Secure restraint straps to the cot in the required attachment locations. Buckle the restraints across the patient's ankles, thighs, waist, and shoulders. Restraint strap attachment locations should provide strong anchorage and proper restraint position. Do not allow restraint straps to interfere with equipment or accessories. To attach the restraint straps at the ankle and thigh locations, wrap the restraint strap around the cot frame by putting the loop section under and around the outer rail. Push the latch plate through the loop. Pull the buckle through the loop to secure the restraint strap to the cot. Repeat the same action on the other side of the cot. Repeat this attaching method with the thigh restraints in the indicated location. To attach the restraint strap at the waist, the restraint strap that includes a buckle and a latch plate should be applied to the patient left. The restraint section that includes 2 buckles should be applied to the patient right. Wrap the restraint strap around the cot frame in the indicated location by putting the loop section under and around the outer rail. Push both buckles through the loop for the double buckle strap. Repeat this attaching method on the other side with the buckle and latch plate strap. To attach the restraint strap at the shoulder, wrap the restraint strap around the cot frame in the indicated location. Do not attach restraint straps to the base tubes or cross tubes. Push the restraint strap latch plate through the loop. Pull the latch plate through the loop to secure the restraint strap to the cot. Pull the latch plate through the shoulder height locations in the backrest. Repeat this attaching method on the other side of the cot. The restraint strap at the waist must form an X with the restraint strap at the shoulder.
Another tool that you have for bariatric transport are the 3-foot restraint extender straps. These straps are stored under the bench seat on the officer's side of the unit.
The following segments will guide you through the use of your new battery system. The first segment will cover the Smart Power system, and the second segment will cover the DeWalt battery system. For either system, you can easily check the power level of your battery pack. Simply press the minus button on the cot control. Green means you're good to go. Red means you should change the battery pack. The Power-Pro XT also has an hour usage meter at the foot end control enclosure. This meter shows the total amount of time that the cot has been in use under power. Use the total time to schedule preventative maintenance to keep your Power-Pro XT in top condition. The Power-Pro XT uses a single 24-volt smart pack as its power source. This is the power behind the Power-Pro XT's ability to lift patients quickly and effortlessly. A fully charged smart pack is good for approximately 15 to 20 service calls, depending on patient weight and environmental conditions. The smart pack will recharge in approximately 2 hours and requires no extended tuning cycles. The smart pack is easy to handle due to its small size and is completely sealed with no vents, which helps prevent contamination and makes cleaning easier. Because it doesn't require tuning and it has no memory, a smart pack requires less time to charge. To install the smart pack in the Power-Pro XT cot, align it with the battery slot and push the battery until it clicks into place. Once the battery is installed, a green light will show you that the battery is ready. If the indicator flashes red, the smart pack needs to be recharged. Never attempt to remove a smart pack when the cot is activated and the motor is running. Smart pack removal is fast and easy. Reach under the smart pack, your index finger will fall on the red release button. Press the red button as you remove the smart pack from its slot. Another way to remove the smart pack is to push the red release button along the right-hand side of the foot end control enclosure and slide the battery out of the enclosure. The Smart Power system comes with 2 smart packs, a smart charger, and a power cord. Once both packs are fully charged, insert one into the Power-Pro cot and keep the other smart pack in the charger. A smart pack, like any battery, will slowly begin to lose charge once it is removed from the charger. Even if a smart pack is in the smart charger for extended periods, there's no risk of overcharging. Keeping a smart pack in the smart charger is a sure way to have a fully charged smart pack ready when you need it. Your smart charger automatically evaluates the condition of a smart pack whenever it's placed in the charger. The smart charger LEDs tell you what you need to know. Any green LED message means that the charging process is proceeding normally. Amber LED messages mean that charging has been delayed or interrupted. Blinking green means charging. Steady green means fully charged, tested, and ready. During each charge, the smart charger evaluates the smart pack to make sure it is functional and ready for use. It is a best practice to keep a smart pack on the charger until the LED is solid green. If the smart pack on the charger is not functional or is not a smart pack, the charger LED will be a steady amber indicating battery failure. Blinking amber means that battery temperature will not allow a charge. The smart charger will delay charging the smart pack. The blinking amber LED will persist until an acceptable temperature is reached. Then the blinking green LED will illuminate and the charging cycle will begin. The smart pack has no memory and performance is not reduced by repeated partial discharges. Nevertheless, best practice is to keep using a smart pack until the red light on the Power-Pro XT indicates it's time for a freshly charged smart pack. Do not try to use a smart pack for service calls after you've seen the red indicator, or you may shorten the smart pack's life. Remove the smart pack prior to power washing the Power-Pro XT. In the event that the smart pack is exposed to contaminated fluids, it can be power washed separately if necessary. Never submerge a smart pack. Be sure to dry the smart pack thoroughly prior to insertion onto a Power-Pro cot or a charger. When cleaning the smart charger, first disconnect it from the power supply and ensure that the power light is no longer illuminated. Do not spray cleaners directly onto the charger. Instead, dampen a cloth and wipe the charger thoroughly. Be sure to allow the charger to dry before power is reconnected. The smart pack fits any Stryker powered cot and is only compatible with the Stryker smart charger.
Though rare, troubleshooting is generally associated with a power failure in the power load cot, the power load system, or both. The cot battery system is designed to charge when it is properly loaded into the trolley while the EMS unit is running, or when plugged into the shoreline. As a backup, your EMS unit has a spare cot battery in an onboard charger, mounted so that it charges while the engine is running or when plugged into the shoreline.
The Power-Pro XT also has an optional litter that will allow a patient to be placed in knee gauge or Trendelenburg position. These features can be operated by one or two medics. To actuate the knee gauge position, simply lift one of the red lifting loops at the foot end of the cot until the knee gauge is in its fully raised position. Then slowly lower the knee gauge to allow the support bracket to engage in the locking mechanism. Check to be sure the lock is fully engaged before releasing the lifting loop. To lower the knee gauge, lift either of the red lifting loops to relieve pressure on the locking mechanism. While holding the loop, actuate the red release handle until the lock disengages. Lower the knee gauge to the flat position. To raise the footrest on the litter, lift the footrest frame until it stops. Again, be sure the footrest frame is securely locked before you release your grip. To lower the footrest, lift the frame and, while holding the frame, actuate the red release handle and slowly lower the footrest to the flat position. The Power-Pro XT is equipped with a pneumatic backrest that reduces the force needed to move a patient from a flat to an upright position. To raise or lower the backrest, simply squeeze either side of the red release handle behind the backrest. Release the handle at any point and the backrest will lock into place. Note that the lift assist mechanism uses patient weight to help lower the backrest. Lowering the backrest without a patient may require slightly more force. The Stryker Power-Pro XT is equipped with a retractable head section. When the backrest is up, the overall length of the cot can be reduced by telescoping the retractable head section into the Power-Pro XT frame. Reducing cot length improves mobility in tight spaces. The retractable head section also gives you complete 360-degree mobility at any height position. To retract the head section, grasp the red release handle with one hand and hold as you push the head section toward the litter frame. Make sure it locks into the retracted position. Release the lever and check to make sure the head section is securely locked. To extend the head section, grasp the red release lever as you pull the head section out to its fully extended and locked position. Never operate the cot with the head section in a partially extended and unlocked position. Make sure the head section is extended and locked when loading the cot into a vehicle, otherwise the cot will not be securely locked into the cot fastener.
Our Stryker cots are equipped with a new feature called Steer Lock that makes steering the cot while loaded or unloaded a much easier task indeed. Safety note. Always remember that safety comes first when moving patients on cots. All cot operations that include movement while the cot is occupied should have at least 2 personnel present and ready to immediately stabilize the cot against unplanned motion as a best business practice. As with any of the other parts of the Stryker cot that control a locking or a moving feature, the controls for the steer lock are color-coded as red. Wheel locks are located on and control the wheels of the foot end only. They are shaped as a tab-type lock to be pressed down to engage and lifted up to disengage. The steer lock system is designed to only act upon the head end wheels when engaged by a simple interconnected lock or unlock flat toggle located below the control panel on the foot end of the carriage or the triangular-shaped ridged tabs at the head end of the carriage. Just tap the steer lock toggle to the lock position on the foot end and note the head end tabs drop right into place, locking the head end wheels into position for steering. Engaging the steer lock at the head end now causes the foot end toggle to move into the lock position again, locking the head end wheels into position for steering. Once engaged, steer lock turns the Stryker cot from the wandering, rolling dolly of sorts, hard to navigate with precision, into a directable, rolling platform that's easily controlled by your 2-person crew. Now available for use on all Stryker patient cots in the MCFRS EMS system, Stryker brings us the XPS, the Expandable Patient Surface. The XPS is adjustable too, depending on patient size. There are 7 secure locking positions, allowing for more patient comfort and enhanced bariatric patient modesty. The XPS fits through standard doorways, elevators, stairwells, etc. User-centric design features include having a side rail release handle on the outside of the rail. The mattress is considerably wider, allowing for greater patient comfort. All components subject to stress loads are engineered for durability, using high-strength aircraft aluminum. All cots with the XPS option meet current tip stability standards. Stryker XPS cots are compatible with the Power-Load system, now a standard option aboard all new MCFRS EMS units. Once at your destination, the XPS cot can be maneuvered more closely to the hospital bed. This reduces the transfer gap between surfaces. The Stryker XPS Expandable Patient Surface. It's there when you need it.
You should practice using the Power-Pro XT controls with an unoccupied cot before attempting to operate the cot with a patient. The Power-Pro XT has a 700-pound weight capacity. 2 operators are required to operate a cot with a patient at all times. The Power-Pro XT cot will fully raise and lower in less than 6 seconds. For patients over 500 pounds, both operators may need to slightly assist the cot. The base will retract when loading the cot onto the vehicle in less than 3 seconds. The power controls for raising and lowering are located at the foot end of the Power-Pro XT. Controls are duplicated, one set on each of the 2 lift bars. Stryker recommends using the lower lift bar when loading the Power-Pro XT cot. Either set can be used to raise or lower the cot in a stationary position. Before moving the patient, make sure patient restraints are fastened and the side rails are up. With an occupied cot, both operators should maintain a firm grip on the cot frame. The foot end operator presses the plus or convex button to go up and the minus or concave button to go down. Contoured buttons allow touch recognition so that you can keep your eyes on the patient. When the cot reaches the desired height, release the button and the cot will stop. A list of approved cleaning products for use on the Power-Pro XT is included in the Operations and Maintenance Manual. All surfaces can be power washed. As a best practice, remove the power source from the Power-Pro XT before power washing. A preventative maintenance program should also be implemented for your Power-Pro XT cot. The Operations and Maintenance Manual has information that will help you establish a preventative maintenance schedule. You'll also find a series of checklists for operators to use that will help track preventative maintenance activities. Of course, the frequency of preventative maintenance depends on the amount of use. To raise the Power-Pro XT IV pole, lift it out of its storage position and push it firmly onto its socket on the litter frame. Twist the locking collar and raise the telescoping second section to the desired height, then twist the locking collar until it is firmly locked into place. If you have a 3-stage IV pole, slide the third section up fully until the spring clip engages. The IV hook is strong enough to hold several IV bags or equipment weighing up to 40 pounds. To lower the IV pole, release the spring clip and slide the section down. Next, twist the locking collar and slide the second section down into the bottom tube. Then raise the base out of its socket and secure it in its locking clip on the litter frame. An optional head-end storage flat can be mounted on the retractable head section. The storage flat provides a convenient surface that can carry up to 40 pounds or 18 kilograms of equipment or patient belongings behind the backrest as you transport a patient. Be sure the head-end storage flat doesn't interfere with the operation of the retractable head section, the safety bar, or safety hook. An optional backrest storage pouch can be attached using the Velcro straps and has a weight capacity of up to 20 pounds or 9 kilograms. The optional equipment hook can be used to hang additional accessories or equipment such as a defibrillator. The Stryker Power-Pro XT has been ergonomically designed for the medic and patient, providing you the power to save. Reduction of pinch points allows hand clearance around the cot frame, providing room for multiple lifters to safely load or unload the cot. Stryker has developed the Power-Pro XT with 2 sets of controls to promote proper lifting technique. The retractable head section provides 360-degree mobility in any height position for maximum versatility. The Stryker exclusive high-speed retract reduces load and unload times, and that means less time that you have to support the weight of the undercarriage retracting. The hydraulic fluid is non-flammable and non-toxic. For questions about the operation or maintenance of your Power-Pro XT cot, refer to your operations and maintenance manual or contact your Stryker account manager at 1-800-784-4336.
To operate the power load, follow these steps. Raise the lifting arms and guide the trolley out. Continue to pull the power load trolley and stop when the trolley is fully out of the patient compartment. The LED indicators will flash amber. Guide the Power-Pro cot into the trolley until it is in the loading position, and the LED indicators will change from flashing amber to solid green. The cot will also click and lock into place when this happens. Press and hold the minus button on the Power-Pro cot. The first sound that you hear is the arms of the power load raising and taking the weight of the cot. The second sound is the Power-Pro XT cot legs retracting. Continue raising the cot until it stops at the loading position. Guide the cot into the patient compartment. Make sure that the cot is locked into the power load by firmly pulling side to side on the foot end of the cot. The foot end green light on the cot battery will momentarily flash green, signifying the Power-Pro Smart Battery is charging. To unload the cot, follow these steps. First, press and hold the red release lever at the foot end of power load. As the cot is unlocked for removal from the patient compartment, the power load lifting arms will slightly raise the cot to accommodate patient weight and prevent the wheels from interfering with the rear sill plate of the ambulance. Guide the cot out until the head end LED indicators turn solid green, indicating the cot is ready to be lowered and taken away from the vehicle. Once you see the solid green LED light, press and hold the plus button until the cot wheels are on the ground. The lifting arms will continue moving downwards until they are fully lowered. The foot end operator will then press the third small red button on the cot controls. It's a small red button near the plus and minus buttons. Now you can safely remove the Power-Pro cot from the power load trolley. Another way to release the cot is to pull the red release handles on the top of the trolley. Make sure you only choose one way to release the cot, and ensure the power load lifting arms have been completely lowered before releasing the cot. To secure the ambulance, raise the lifting arms and guide the trolley into the patient compartment until it no longer interferes with the ambulance doors. We will now discuss a few power load troubleshooting scenarios. The first scenario is the cot getting stuck halfway out when you press the red release lever at the foot end of the transfer. To handle this, pull the patient left transfer trigger lock and push the cot back into the vehicle until it locks into place. Hold down the red release lever at the foot end of the anchor and use your knuckle on your other hand to apply pressure and hold the transfer in place while you pull the cot toward you until it raises up. Pull the cot out to unload. Second scenario is the trolley and cot getting stuck halfway out when loading. To handle this, check for debris in the transfer trolley. Remove the debris so the roller will spring up. Pull the cot and trolley all the way out of the vehicle to reset. The trolley will then lock into place. If there's no debris in the transfer trolley lock, pull the patient left transfer lock trigger. Load the cot into the vehicle. Third scenario is the cot will not release from the trolley in the loading position and the error LED is illuminated. To handle this, firmly press the manual release button on the power load control panel to release pressure in the hydraulics. Press the Extend plus button on the cot to lower the lifting arms, or press the down arrow on the power load control panel to lower the lifting arms. Remove the cot from the trolley. Note: you may need to apply pressure to the lifting arms while you press the manual release button to lower the lifting arms completely. Fourth scenario is the trolley arms do not lower to lock the cot into the transfer when loading. Firmly press the manual release button on the power load control panel. The cot will lower and lock into the transfer. Final scenario is the cot begins to collapse and the trolley lifting arms do not raise. First, press the up arrow on the power load control panel to raise the cot until the lifting arms stop. At the foot end of the cot, press the retract or minus button to raise the cot legs. Load the cot into the vehicle. We will now discuss a few power load troubleshooting scenarios.
The power load system has no power, but the cot battery does. Lift the load arms and push the power load trolley all the way into the unit until it latches in place. The power load trolley must be stowed in the locked position. Now push the cot into the unit so that the cot latch catches in the same manner as would a manual cot during loading. While one or both providers hold the foot end, press the minus button on the power load control panel to raise the legs into the full up loading position. Once up, push the cot into the unit. When all the wheels are on the deck, squeeze and hold the red manual release lever and push the cot forward into the power load trolley. If the cot loading position doesn't quite meet the load height of your unit, you can easily use the jog feature to elevate the power cot to its maximum height by depressing the plus control, then quickly depressing it a second time, this time holding it while extending the cot to its full height. The power load is okay, but the power cot is out of service. Now what? Press and hold the red release lever on the foot end of the power load track. As you guide the power load cot out of the unit, you'll notice the power load arms lift the cot slightly to take the weight. Guide the cot further out, and you'll notice the head and LED indicators will turn solid green when the cot is fully out of the unit and ready to be lowered. Now squeeze the red manual release lever at the foot end of the cot and have the second provider lower the legs fully. Release the lever, locking the legs in the full down position. As one provider maintains their position at the foot end of the cot, the other provider will press and hold the down arrow on the power load control panel. Be sure to hold the down arrow through the complete travel of the power load arms. Now pull the red release handle on the power load trolley to disengage the cot. What if the power load system and the power cot have no power? Lift the load arms and push the power load trolley all the way into the unit until it latches in place. Now, lower the load arms. The power load trolley must be stowed in the locked position. Both or more providers should perform a safe lift of the cot to the full up loading position while using the manual release lever at the foot end. As the first provider lifts the foot end and uses the release lever, the second provider will grab the lower bar and manually raise the lower legs. Once the legs are all the way up, push the cot into the unit. Release the lever to lock the cot into the trolley. This month, we've tackled the most important tool we will use to continue our tradition of safe and efficient patient care in the MCFRS. But the learning doesn't stop there. We are each responsible to learn the tools of our trade through thorough study and careful practice using those tools in controlled situations. So, open the manual, have a drill, and you become the expert. The Stryker Power-Load system and Power Cot are wholesale game changers in how we care for and move our patients, while focusing on the most important part of that equation: safety. That's safety for our patients, safety for the stakeholders, and safety for our most important resource, and that's you. Thanks for watching.